I work again. What am I there for? There is no place that I will go to that I will not remember her. Even if you go to a church, whenever they recite a song that I know that she loves, she always sing. People will be rejoicing, singing in the church. I'll be there crying. Then I just will travel back to my village and remain. There's no need of me being in Enugu again.
So the Gideon, the man who has been alleged to have raped your daughter to death, where is he now? What is happening to the case?
To say the fact, from the state side, they took him to custody, prison custody, but I don't know the condition. Because they asked me that day, they say, what did I want them to do? I say, it's their obligation. I'm not the one that will teach them their work. I say, in Benue State, our governor's wife announced that it come out in national news, because I never joke with my presidential radio. I do 2 news always as a civil servant. Our governor's wife announced that the rapist in Benue State is death sentence. But here, there in Enugu State, I don't know how they used to do there. They asked me again, I say, even though I derive nothing from whatever they treat to the boy, but they're supposed to know what they will do to him.
So has he been charged in court?
Yes. Okay. Because since the PPRO there of Enugu State, since the boy have made confessional statement, there's no need of keeping him. Let me know the AC, the Assistant Commissioner of Police and the Commissioner of Police. Say hence the boy have made confessional statement. There's no need of keeping him there in the CID cell again. So they took him to the prison custody before we evacuate the cop to my village. But I don't know the segment they are.
A mother shares a horrible experience involving her daughter, who is 1.5 years old.
On 3rd August 2013, I left my baby with my ex-landlord to go and collect money from my debtor. When I came back, I met my child pants stained with blood. Then I took her in to bath her. When I was bathing her, I washed her vagina. She shouted. So I now asked my daughter, who did this to you? She was just pointing towards the direction of my ex-landlord's door. That the thing pained me so much. I said, who must have done this to my daughter? I now rushed to my ex-landlord's door and knocked. He came out. I asked him and showed him my daughter. I said, what happened to my daughter? I met her pants stained with blood. He refused to talk to me and walk away. Then when his wife came back, I showed her wife and explained the same thing to her. She said she don't know. She said she don't know, that she have not seen this kind of thing. I now ask her that I dropped my baby with your husband alone. Then what happened to my baby? That is only your husband that I left my baby with. What happened to my baby? She said she don't know. Then I left and went to my husband's paper and showed them my baby. Then on Monday I left to Wako. I went to Wako to tell them. Then the Wako people now assist me to police station, where we brought, they gave us a paper to Parkland General Hospital to police doctor. The police doctor now examined my baby and find out that she was defiled. He now prescribed some drugs and sit bath for 2 weeks. Then I left and I bought the drugs and gave her and do her the sit bath for 2 weeks. Then the Wako people got the man arrested, that my ex-landlord, and hand him over to State CID. From State CID, they took him to ATM. Then, before they take up the matter to High Court Enugu, the matter is still in the court.
Finally, a young girl speaks on how she was raped.
What happened to me is a case of rape from a cousin.
So it's one day I was going back home. I'm an auxiliary nursing girl. So I was going back home. So he called me on phone telling me that she's sick. I should come and see her. So on my way going there, I met her on the road, standing there wearing white sweater, and I touched him. I called her, touched him, said, what has happened to you? So on him to open up and tell what is happening to me, so he grabbed me on my neck. That's this mark is on my neck now. So we started fighting. On her way, started fighting, so he grabbed me on my neck to the extent I cannot talk. I did tear my mouth and my lips on that day, so I can't eat, I can't talk for 2 days. So after everything, I come back home with bleeding of blood and pains on my body. I tell my dad what happened to me. So my dad was so marvelous that hearing her cousin torture me that way. And besides, the mother of the boy is not my own father. So my father rushed their house that day, that night, that time that the thing happened. So he explained everything to his mother and telling his mother to bring out the boy. They refused to bring out the boy. Tomorrow morning, because it's already late at night, tomorrow morning he went and reported to the police station. So that day they arrest the boy and now in prison.
Did they take his matter to court?
They haven't taken any matter to court because his mother was crying, begging to release the boy. So they keep it there for the meantime.
Recent studies and reports from non-governmental organizations indicate that cases of sexual violence, particularly rape, has been on the increase.
It is something that affects women of all ages, in fact children. You can see today that we had babies who nobody can say anything is attractive about them, because some people can say, oh, because of what she's wearing, try to justify this violence. But when you see that even old women are raped, young children, babies, toddlers, then it means there is an epidemic, there is a scourge of violence that we need to check for the well-being, survival and development of a society, because we have to say no to violent society and no in all ramifications. We have to stand up and speak, raise the voices of the victims who hitherto could not come out, because we know for every case of reported case of rape, maybe there are 10, only 3 get reported, and you'll be shocked that maybe 1 out of that 10 will not even lead to a conviction. The police, from what we've noticed, is if people are not, most of the time they are not exposed to manage these cases, and they even tend to blame the victims, and the whole system, the way it is, even the mechanism of reporting, the fact that somebody walks into police station facing even men and talking about what you've just passed through as a woman is already intimidating. Sometimes, and then people just laugh and say, well, but what were you doing there? Are you sure you were raped? They ask you, there are all sort of myths, stereotypes, so they make jest of them, humiliate them further. Even the adversarial system of our justice system, people go to court, it's an open court, no hearing in camera, they are cross-examined.